the chronology of the Boo Radleys, together, apart, and together again.
Yeah.
Tell us, take us through it. 1988, was it?
Well, we started, long way. Me and Tim went to school together, and Martin, who was in the band, went to school together, and we were sort of, we kind of did the whole band thing, Britpop thing, and then split up, and because kind of splitting up was what you did in those days.
Yeah, I split up with myself. That was terrible.
Yeah,
I didn't have a band to split up
the
with.
Divided self.
Yeah, my goodness me.
So, and then really we all went off and got different lives. Tim became a teacher, I became a psychologist. It was kind of like we just had different lives, raised kids, and we just, this wouldn't have happened without technology, because me and Tim sort of met each other a few years ago, just before COVID, and we started sending each other files and doing things over the internet, because we're all spread out so geographically,
right,
that it wouldn't have been possible otherwise, because we've all still got these other careers and stuff. So but this is absolutely brilliant. We came back, decided we'd do it. We decided to do it, make sure it was a lot of fun, and yeah, it's been brilliant.
Well, you always had such an energetic, youthful sound back then, because we were all much younger for a start.
For a reason.
But the new album, I listened to it last night, and it still has that going on. How have you kept that or recaptured it?
I think it's to do with our love of pop music. I mean, that's the weird thing, because even though a lot of bands were kind of more about rock, I suppose, during the 90s, but we just always loved pop. I grew up, I'm a huge George Michael fan, and Human League, and just that pop thing was really, really big. So I think a lot of it's to do with that pop sensibility rather than the kind of rock thing.
Yeah, as well as topping the charts yourselves in the 90s, which was fantastic, and all the success and the tours and things like this, and all the album success. What was the best thing that you got to do with regards to maybe your heroes or something because of what happened in the 90s?
Meeting George Martin. We were talking about this earlier on. We were down in the studio in our studios, and the Beatles were always just, being from Liverpool, it was just the thing. And we were in the studio, and it was Tim's birthday actually. And,
no.
So George Martin came in, and we said, "It's Tim's birthday," and he said, "Pardon?" And we said, "It's Tim's birthday," and he said, "Pardon," because he was having trouble. That was just the best thing. That was just.
So
like,
were you
my
recording
God.
in Abbey Road?
No, it wasn't Abbey Road. It was Air Studios, which George Martin owned.
Belsize Park.
Yeah, top of Haverstock.
Yeah, Belsize Park. Yes, between Belsize Park and Hampstead.
Yeah,
stunning,
absolutely
stunning
amazing.
place.
Yeah,
so you were working
amazing.
there, were you?
Yeah, we record. I forget what we were recording there, but we were recording something there. Probably the last album we were doing there. But yeah, it's a fabulous place. So George came in to say hello.
He's super special. Well, was. And Giles, his son. Have you met Giles?
I haven't met Giles. No.
Got a bit of George going
really?
on. He's got because he's remastered all the Beatles.
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah,
my goodness.
Did the whole love thing.
So you're back. You're gonna play live again. I mean, you play live now, but you're going on tour. You got a little mini tour taking place. How's match fitness?
It's actually okay. It's surprisingly okay, considering 25 years on.
Right.
Some of us a little bit weightier, but it's actually good. It's so different now doing it at the age you're at. A bit more mature and actually getting the fun out of the whole thing. You kind of tend to take things a little bit more seriously when you're in your 20s, and losing that has been an absolute godsend.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because there's that whole thing about you've got to remember to show up for your own life.
Absolutely.
And in the 90s, we thought we were, but we sort of weren't. We were having all the fun. But maybe not the right fun sometimes.
The eye was always on something else. I think that was part of the problem.
It's
The eye was always kind of not on the moment, but kind of like, well, can we do bigger venues? Can we sell more of this? Can we do this?
Exciting, wasn't it?
And yeah, it was. But actually now being able to be present and be in the moment and enjoy what's actually happening now is and I think that comes with maturity.
Tell us about psychology. Come on, give us a minute life hack on it.
A minute life hack on psychology.
Yeah.
Okay. So I retrained as what's called a counselling psychologist. So we look from 3 therapeutic views. So one's the Freudian unconscious, one's the kind of self-actualizing view, and the other's the CBT view, which is about how thoughts affect ourselves. So I think there's a lot there. But if I was going to give you a life hack, I would say learn to accept things as they are, not how you want them to be.
Yeah, and maybe acceptance over understanding sometimes.
Understanding's really important.
Right.
Understanding why we're experiencing what we're experiencing individually, emotionally is really, really good. There's a lot of focus on thoughts at the moment, but I think understanding what's going on for us emotionally is very, very important. So, that's really, really good. If we're going to recommend psychology or therapy in any way, it's that kind of thing, understanding our own emotional reactions.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.